Welcome to another episode of Sparkplug TV. If you want to see the video portions of our podcast, be sure to check out our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Jason, we're here to talk about some controversial things.
Like electric vehicles and their ability to drive themselves.
That I also have something else that I have an issue with on electric vehicles is
Oh,
that
what you got?
I've heard that the economic footprint that an EV does is worse than a gas powered car just because of how much they have to ship the car whenever they're getting it built. They have to ship it across the seas. They have to mine all these lithium batteries.
Dude, I think the lithium part is the worst part about electric vehicles because not only are you using a lot of in cobalt.
Child
not
labor
only
is really bad with the cobalt mines in the Dominican Republic.
Yes, they are. But whenever you're mining lithium, you're using a lot of heavy machinery running off of a lot of diesel fuel. And then the next problem with lithium is it never breaks down. So you're going to end up seeing these electric vehicles made of parts that aren't going to break down and wither away into dust like normal conventional vehicles that are made of a lot of steel and stuff. It'll eventually rust away and turn to dust.
Yeah. Well, also, like, lithium is not a renewable resource. Eventually, you're going to run out of that shit. And once it's done, you can't make any more batteries out of it.
Right. You know? Lithium is non-renewable.
Yeah. Which, eventually, you're going to have to figure something out.
Right. It's going to be gone eventually. So what are we going to use now that is going to carry this electric to drive our cars? What are we going to use? I mean, they've done the lead acid batteries for conventional cars, but you're also eventually going to run out of lead.
They can't put out high power for a long time. The only thing the only thing your car battery does is start your car.
That's the only thing. And runs whatever the hell else you plug into it.
Yeah.
It's literally all your battery does.
You can take your battery out whenever your car is running because it just runs off your alternator.
Well, as long as you ground that ground wire somewhere, it'll work.
No.
Or really just disconnect the whole battery.
Yeah. I've ripped in the New Yorker, we had to we pulled Austin's battery out of his truck, put it in there, started the New Yorker, pulled the battery out, put the older battery in while it was running.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that. I thought you at least had to have something connected to ground. That's what I was always taught.
Well, it is grounded on the body.
That's fair.
Just the battery needs to be grounded for the battery to work.
Right. Which is why at work we disconnect the negative terminal instead of the positive terminal.
But what I'm reading here is saying that the battery manufacturing accounts for 60% of all the cobalt mined each year.
That's a lot.
And all that is pretty much done in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is in Africa. And that's a lot of child labor and it's just a lot of health risks.
Yeah. What are you reading that on?
WeForum.org. World Economic Forum.
Gotcha. I was just wondering where you're getting
also,
your source.
I watched a video of Stradman. He did a video on his Hummer. He drove it like 2 hours one way to Moab and went rock clawing and off-roading. And he could not. He's like, unless you have a Tesla, that is the, like, chargers are like really hit and miss on non-Teslas.
Really?
They don't like to charge he did a video. He like every single charger
I
you get
thought
to.
I thought you could
He's
get like an adapter to go from the Tesla to whatever your charger is.
I think so. I don't know because
Like I
I
thought
figured
they made that a thing, but you would have to pay to use the supercharger instead of
well,
get
you
it for
already have to
free.
pay to use the super. The only Tesla that if you have a 2012 Model S,
Yeah,
you have unlimited supercharging for life.
really.
Yes, that is the best. That's like the best Tesla, but except it's the first year Tesla,
Well,
so it's kind
that
of the
so that's
junk.
why that's why their resale value on those is so high, even though they're hunks of junk.
Yeah, it's free gas. You get to drive for free.
Well, not really for free. You still have to pay taxes on everything.
Depending on the state you're in, a lot of them will have EV tax credits.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, in the state we live in, I highly doubt we'd get that. Because I mean, how many charging, like actual standalone charging stations do we have?
I know there's one. The only one I know of, like off the top of my head, is South County Mall.
Yeah, it's the only one I can think of as well.
But even if I know there's like you go down 44 to St. James, there's one in
Yeah.
St. James, there's one in Rolla. So I
Oh,
mean, like I know you can
okay.
drive.
So yeah, you can drive a distance, but I mean, like
Problem
I
is
drive to
like
Lake of the Ozarks a lot, and I've never seen a charging station anywhere near where I drive. It's all gasoline or diesel.
well, you go that way.
Well, yeah,
You
I
go
go.
50 to
Yeah,
that way we
I
can
go 50 to
stop at
55.
old Central.
Yup.
No,
Good old Central Dairy. Dude, we need to go to the lake. We need to film one of these episodes on the boat.
yeah, that would be sick.
This summer is going to be great.
Boat podcasts.
Heck yeah. Podcasting out on the boat. If I can ever figure out what noise my truck's making.
We're just fishing the entire time.
Yeah, because why not? You know?
Be talking about something, and you're like, "Are you even listening to me?" I'm like, "I got a big old cat."
You know that's how that's going to go. But yeah, this summer is going to be a great time because, you know, we're going to get to go to a lot of car shows and stuff. We're going to get to go to the Lake of the Ozarks. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I'm wanting to buy. Oh yeah, the Civic is officially going to be for sale.
If anyone would like to buy his 2012 Honda Civic Si, it has been posted on Instagram one time and it's next to Z's black Civic in front of a gas station. And there's only one picture like that on the entire Instagram. So if you guys are in the market for a Honda Civic, you can go take a look at it, or you can hop on Alex's Instagram.
It's got an Acuity short shifter, Acuity cold air, an exhaust, Honda, 100. It's got like 107,000 miles, so pretty low mileage, and it's lowered on skunk two springs. I think that's about it. It's done. That's all about done with it.
Yeah, I think that is all you. Well, you did you did a subwoofer in it.
That's coming out. I ain't selling it.
Oh, you're not selling it with the sub?
No,
No, I don't
it's
blame
going
you.
in the next car.
I don't blame you. Subs are expensive.
Fuck yeah, they are. And not even just that. It's just that was such a pain in the ass that I just don't want to. It's like I already have the parts.
Yeah, I need to buy an amp so I can have subs again.
Yeah.
But back to electric vehicles and pros and cons of them. Another thing that's widely controversial about the electric vehicles is the self-driving, because like we have cars that can like parallel park themselves.
Yeah, Ford did. Ford came out with that, I think, first.
I,
I want to
I
say.
think they did, but if we are wrong, please correct us in the comments on the YouTube channel where you can watch the video portions of this podcast.
I think I want to make a Twitter. You guys can write us on Twitter or something.
Yeah, we'll make one of those, and y'all can tweet us. How about that?
Um, I know a lot of people like want to sue car manufacturers for their self-driving capabilities.
Is it
Like,
because like they're going bad or something?
no, just like if you wreck and stuff,
Yeah.
people want to say like it's the car manufacturer. It's like,
Oh.
but I remember Elon Musk was on a podcast, I think, and he was
Yeah.
like, this one guy sued you guys because he fell asleep and he blamed it on the smell of the car
He blamed it on the smell of the car.
from the Tesla. Yeah.
How?
And Elon just pretty much
How do you?
laughed and was like, yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah, that sounds like Elon.
But that's pretty much the same way that he like acts with the self-driving. It's like,
Right.
self-driving is cool. I just think of it as like it's an extra lane keep assist.
Right.
Thing.
It's nice, but
don't rely on it.
Yeah, definitely don't.
I mean, but these self-drive. I mean, I don't know. Tesla, like they keep on getting better and better. Eventually,
Right. Eventually, they'll be nice enough that
it's gonna be better than people driving.
Right.
Like,
well, better than some people driving.
You know, every time you put 1 + 1 in a calculator, it's gonna show you 2.
Exactly.
And you tell that to 100,000 calculators, they're all gonna say 2. But you ask that to 100,000 people, they might not all say 2.
I would hope so.
So that's kind of the
right. That's the problem.
If everything was self-driving, it would be all safer because they could all work together. It'll all be synchronized and everything. It'll all be
right. But that would also require that that multiple manufacturers, because I mean, like you like different car brands than I do. Like you're gonna like if everything does go all electric, you'll probably end up owning a different electric car than I will.
Right.
So like that would also require car manufacturers to be willing to work with one another to make the roads a safer place. And that means car manufacturers would have to get along for a long enough time to make that happen, which I don't see happening.
And having to use the only way I could see that working is if like Tesla
straight up corners the market,
source their self-driving capabilities, and then just let all of, but they wouldn't do that and let all of their manufacturers use the same system.
Right.
That's the only way I could see it really working, because like Apple and Android, people have this one and this one. But you have an iPhone and you go to try to switch to an Android, it is a pain in the ass.
Oh, it is. But I like if you upgrade an iPhone from an iPhone, all you do is log in, done.
It's all synchronized.
Yep, log in and done. That's what I did whenever I upgraded from the 11 to the 13 Pro. And I literally signed in and it was done.
Apple's not gonna
give that up.
Allow. It's like yeah, it would be nice for if you wanted to take from your Android to your iPhone, but it's like, oh yeah, you got these apps. Okay, we'll download them for you and everything. That's what the iPhone does. Is it literally has? I went from my 11 to my 12.
I didn't even have to sign into anything.
I went from my 11 to my 12, and it literally looked like my 11. Same wallpaper. All my apps are in the same spot. That's what's nice. And I did the same
thing with upgrading from the 11. No, it doesn't. I did the same thing with upgrading from the 11 to the 13, and I'm weird. My first homepage is just a blank screen. I put everything on a next homepage, and Apple set everything up for me exactly like I had it, exact same wallpaper. I didn't even have to log into half the apps that were re-downloaded on my phone. So I mean, but
that just shows
bringing this back to cars,
That
it's
just shows how much the synchronization would helps.
right. It does. It helps a lot, and
You have 150 Teslas driving down the road. They could all be going 150 miles an hour, 2 feet away from each other,
exactly,
and that would
and there would be zero issue because they're communicating with one another.
yeah.
There'd be absolutely zero issue with that. But I mean, it's kind of like what it's kind of like what Mr. Beast says about YouTube. If you do something by yourself, it's going to take you screwing up and learning from that screw up one at a time. One at a time. But let's say you get 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, even all screwing up together. Well, now you're 6 times ahead of the guy that's doing it on his own. So if car manufacturers put it all together and really all came together for this, I honest to God think that they could make an all electric market by 2025.
I'm not into the all electric market.
I'm not either, but if
think
that's what they want to do, that's how they should do it. But you and I both know, and all of our listeners probably even know, that's not going to happen.
I can see, like, I still want there to be stick shift cars,
Right?
and gas powered cars, but like Hondas, they have this Honda sensing. They pretty much they drive themselves,
Yeah.
and you could put that technology in a gas powered car.
Well, yeah. That's
So
like
it's not even
it's
just
like what
EVs
Ford
with
did with
self-driving.
the it's like what Ford did with the self parallel parking.
Yeah.
And now
And with the
most
Honda,
cars have right, and now most newer cars have that.
Mercedes has a really, really good self-driving system. So does Chrysler.
Yeah.
You've seen those town and countries picking
Yeah.
up people with no drivers.
Yep. They're awesome.
So gas powered, it's not just EVs. And the whole thing with EVs is like, are they actually better than for the environment?
I really don't think they are.
Because people, I've like, from what I've heard, I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on this, but like, from they have to build the car in Canada, and then it's got to go to Britain, so they put it on this ship that
That's
burns
running off
fossil
of
fuels
yeah.
to ship it across. But it's like if you were to just buy a car, it'd be built in this one factory and driven to you on a 18-wheeler. But no, this car
Yeah.
has to be shipped on a boat across the world.
You buy an American car
and
manufacturing.
Then shipped back to China.
I mean, you buy a manufacturing brand that has a plant where you live. All they do is build that car, put it on an 18-wheeler to the dealer, walk up to the dealer and buy it. That is the process. But whereas the electric cars now is they have to go to like 5 different countries before they can hit a showroom floor.
That and even if the cars didn't, you have to ship the batteries. You have to get the batteries there.
You would still have to have all of those other countries shipping the parts.
And it's like, well, where are these batteries coming from? Oh, women and children are outside from dusk till dawn in 100-degree fucking mine, digging on their hands and knees for lithium and cobalt.
For table scraps.
Yeah. Literally, no shit. Like, they are with their hands. They're digging with their hands.
Yeah,
they don't have
I don't
shovels.
doubt that. I don't doubt that. I mean, if car manufacturers, like the big companies, were to give these workers more money or nicer conditions, it would destroy their current profit margin.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not going to give that up. That's why
That's the same thing with
it's the same thing with minimum wage. You raise minimum wage, you're hurting the company's profit margin. So what's the company going to do? It's going to raise its prices.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum wage does nothing.
Well, the same thing is fuck. What was we talking about?
We're talking about shipping all the electric vehicle parts everywhere
No,
and
what would you
living
say?
conditions for the people mining lithium and how
Oh,
it would
you
increase
you would have
profit.
to you would have to
It
figure
decrease
out
profit.
a renewable source for batteries.
Like water.
Not using lithium, not using cobalt, something that is able to be renewed. Because look how many fucking cars there are. There are millions of cars.
Yes, there's
People buy a new
millions of
car
cars.
every 3 years, every 4 years.
Or if you're like Z every year.
Those cars don't disappear. They gotta
Right.
go somewhere. They take up space. All those think about if all of those cars were electric. Think of how many batteries there would be.
You would almost have to have a system in place where the manufacturer would rebuy the batteries and
Remake them or
remake them,
rebuild them.
recycle them. You would have to have a way of recycling those batteries, or you're doing literally nothing for the environment.
You would need if they could almost like a core.
Right, like a core charge
They
for whenever you go buy your new Tesla.
it's like you buy our Tesla. Okay. Are you trading in an EV? Yes. Okay. You get $2,000 off your car. Because you have the batteries that we want. We need to take them, look at them, remake them, make sure see which ones are good, and see which ones we can put into our new vehicles again. And that way they can keep getting renewed.
I agree.
That would help.
That would help. But that's not going to happen. People like to resell their cars themselves so they get more money out of it.
Well, yeah. But that could happen because there's gonna come a time where underneath the car is this big ass battery pack.
Yeah.
And all the battery packs are the same. You drive up to a gas station, they switch your battery pack out. Boom, full battery. They have your old battery, they charge it.
Yeah, just pull in onto a drive-on rack, swap the batteries, kind of like
now
propane
you don't
tanks.
have to wait. You don't have to wait for
like propane tanks.
Yeah, like propane, exactly like propane tanks.
Exactly like propane tanks. But I don't want to be dogging on Tesla because I will say I've driven a few Teslas and I've ridden in a few Teslas. They're nice cars. I'm not gonna lie.
I've not ridden or driven one.
They're nice cars. They really are.
I don't doubt they're not nice.
But I can't, like, if one shows up to my shop for tires, I can't do it. You have to have these like special pucks to lift this car up with a jack or with a lift. Like, the only way to get the tires off the ground are with these special pucks with a little thing sticking out of them to go in a special spot of the car to lift it up so you don't damage the battery or anything. And I don't think you can even jack them up one corner at a time. You have to have, like, if you're going to pick it up with floor jacks, you have to have 4 people and 4 floor jacks to pick it up.
No, you can.
You can jack them up one corner at a time.
Yeah, there's people that's jacking to replace the tires, or
Well, yeah,
put aftermarket wheels on their cars.
I guess dude that came into the shop was just super particular about it.
Oh yeah, there's.
But
if you listen to Teslas whenever they first came out, they had these run flat tires.
I hate run flat tires.
And they were.
Do you know what's inside a run flat tire?
Yeah.
A big thick layer of foam.
Yeah.
Like just padding foam, like the foam my acoustic panels are made of.
I know, that's what I was getting to. I'm saying whenever they came out with that, they were saying, local tire shops are not wanting to do this. But people on YouTube were like, "What's so fucking special about them?" They cut them open. It's a piece of foam on top of the fucking wheel. And the one guy was like,
Is that
"Oh,
on top of the wheel?
it's on the wheel."
I've actually seen a few run flat tires come in where the foam is bonded into the rubber. I couldn't
Um,
I couldn't fix the flat. A nail
well,
came through it and I couldn't fix it. I was like,
so,
wow, that's weird.
but the guy, he was like, once, because the tire guy that was doing it, once he looked in there, he was like, "Oh, this is easy. We can do it." And he started doing test tires. And now, pretty much any tire shop you can go to, they can do your Tesla tire.
Except my shop, apparently, because we don't have the special pucks to lift them up.
What about, have you seen any like Rivians or anything come in?
I have. They're on a pin trail system. I can pick them up.
Yeah.
I had a Ford Maverick in there a couple of days ago for a flat repair. That is also on a pin trail system. I can pick it up.
A Ford Maverick is not EV.
This one was. This one was full electric.
It would have been, they have a hybrid.
Nope. Then I don't think it was a Maverick because thing came in. It had no engine. It had a big old battery underneath it.
The only,
Had
the
no
only,
tailpipe.
the only full electric Ford truck is the Lightning.
Is the Lightning?
Yes.
I thought the Mavericks were electric now.
No, the Ford Maverick, you could get them with a 2-liter turbo, or you can get them with an engine and a hybrid electric system. I don't think. Oh, Ford has the Mach-E.
Oh yeah, the Mach-E Mustang. We've seen a couple of those too.
Those are pretty cool, but I wish they just didn't call it the Mustang. If they would have just left it at Mach-E, or the Ford
yeah.
Mach-E, it'd have been cool. Take the Mustang label off, just put the Mach-E labels. Put a Ford badge. Don't call it a Mustang.
I'm looking at them right now. All right, so the standard is a 2.5 full hybrid.
2.5 liter with a hybrid.
Yeah, but I
Or
guess
you
the
get
one that I pulled in doesn't need the motor in my parking lot. Or you can get it in a 2 liter
Oh yeah,
EcoBoost.
if you get a hybrid, it can be electric at
Yeah.
times. It can be full. It did that whenever I worked at Honda, the first car that I drove when I started working there was a Honda Insight,
Ooh.
a brand new one. And I get in it, and
You
it's
know,
like running.
these
I
things
put it in
aren't
drive.
that expensive.
No, they're like 20. They're like 25 grand
No. They're like 20 grand.
for a base model one. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but even for the
you need a
what is it?
trimmer
The
2 liter.
Lariat?
Trimmer 2 liter.
A Tremor 2 liter?
Yeah, it's like a $30,000 Maverick.
Is it? Let's find out. They have an XF4, a Tremor off-road, or a Maverick Tremor off-road plus. Oh, that's an appearance package. It comes with an appearance package. That's adorable. Or you can get the actual I can handle off-road package. All right, so
Where do you?
how much is the actual off-road package?
Where do you see that in at?
I'm on Ford's website.
I'm seeing Lariat. Oh, FX4. Gotta
All
get the
right,
Tremor.
we're gonna swap to that 2 liter EcoBoost on a Lariat. We're gonna go full out. We're gonna go advanced 4x4 trimmer off-road package. Yes, please.
So I think you'd want the trimmer off-road appearance package. Because I think that gives you better appearance, but it's the same package because it's like double the price.
Is it?
Yeah. It's $2,000.
Yeah, it is the same.
$1,500 more for the appearance package.
It is the same. Oh man, you can pick the wheels. What? Ooh, we're totally rocking the black and chrome snowflakes. And I literally just saved the amount. Oh, it's because you can only do. Oh. You can only do the tremor in one wheel.
Yeah, that's what sucks about a lot of.
You only get the tremor wheels. That's dumb. All right, well, you have options.
Look at the front grille on that trimmer.
It doesn't really change it much.
You got like a bronze grille.
How do I change the color? Oh, there we go. Black. Oh yeah, you kind of do. That looks pretty nice.
Here's what you need. I want a Ranger Raptor.
A Ranger Raptor?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna do a bed cover on it. We'll go ahead and add the swing out boxes as well, because I know that bed isn't going to hold much of anything.
Did they not come out with the Ranger Raptor?
They didn't.
I know they got the new Raptor R.
I don't think I would ever personally opt for a clear bra. I really don't think I would.
If just get a PPF.
That's what clear bra is. I don't like it because it over time just turns yellow from being in the sun and stuff.
Again, get PPF and it won't do that. Like a good PPF from a good shop. It's literally clear vinyl wrap.
You got to pay an extra $170 for a remote start system on a 2023. That's dumb.
The Accord that I have doesn't have a remote start, and it's a 2022.
Oh. They have a smoker's package. It's $80. You get an ashtray and a lighter.
$80.
Yeah.
Oh, they have an e-transit.
Ooh, you can get a console vault for $390.
And you plug it into the front grille.
Oh, really?
The e-transit van.
Huh.
Okay.
All right. So I have finished building the Ford Maverick with the Tremor off-road package, swing out toolboxes on either side of the bed with a spray-in bed liner, a tonneau cover, the window fin thing so I can have the windows cracked while it's raining. Power moonroof, remote start will cost me $42,380.
Jesus Christ.
Or you can get a base model for half that price.
Less than half.
Less than half that price. That's crazy.
The base model is the hybrid.
Or the base model. Oh yeah, that's right. But that's crazy that it costs that much. But I can't say much because the Chevy pickup I want, the Trail Boss, is like a $80,000 truck. But that comes with a freaking LS3 V8, off-road suspension, off-road wheels and tires, lift kit, body dress up.
A body on frame car.
Yeah, body on frame, not pin trail, unibody crap.
Unibody.
It's a nice truck. And did I tell you the back seats of those? You can pull out like the center of the back of the two sides of the back seat, and inside of it's hollow.
Mm.
We had one come in the shop the other day, and I was like, I want to see if it's true. And I pulled it open, and I shoved my hand all the way in and opened the other one. I was like, oh, that's cool. You could fit like a whole shotgun or a rifle in here to go to deer camp. It'd be great. That'd be like,
I don't know what kind of Okay, I'm gonna ask you.
All right.
What kind of car do I buy?
What kind of car do you buy after you sell the Civic?
Got like 22,000. That's like the budget.
You got $22,000. I wouldn't buy something new if it was me. I would buy something older for cash for a few grand and build it. That's personally what I would do. You could do like what Jonathan's doing and buy an F body and build and make it fast.
I don't care about that though.
I think you should buy like a 90s Ford Ranger and build a mini truck. You get a 5-speed 90s Ford Ranger, I'll get a 5-speed 90s S10 and we'll build mini trucks together.
If I get a Ranger, it's going to be a trophy truck. Look.
Yeah.
Fucking wide fenders. Wide.
I'm going to buy an S10 and slam it again.
Fucking lifted. You can fucking...
No, I'm just going to slam it to the floor. It's going to be great.
That's what I want if I get a Ranger.
So do it. Let's do it. Sell the Civic, buy a 90s manual Ranger. You can do it. I believe in you.
Nah, I'll just get a CRV and put it on hockey pucks.
Why?
Why the fuck
not? Because
it's gonna ride like shit.
Yes, it is.
But it'll look dope. On some like
no.
9th Gen SI wheels?
No.
Fuck yeah.
9th Gen SI wheels with Falcon Wild Peaks on them?
The CRV is the
That would be hilarious.
One. It's just
yeah. I still think you should build a mini truck. If you want to keep it Japanese, buy a Datsun or a Mazda B series or a old Nissan D series.
Mazda B series is a Ford.
Yeah, pretty much.
They
with
were
a Mazda motor.
I want like if I get one, I want like a Japanese K truck.
I would be down to build a K truck.
I wouldn't build it. It would just sit as is.
I'd do a little bit to it.
Just one of those cab over engine singles with a big long...
Oh, no, I want the engine. I want the engine in the back. I want the Mitsubishi with the engine in the back.
I want a little flatbed.
Yeah, that's what I want. Flatbed, have it folded down all the time and lowered on some nice wheels. You can't even see the rear ones half the time.
You just got a motorcycle. I got my Grom on the back of it.
That would be awesome. Roll up to car meets on those.
Just a K truck with a Grom on the back. That's badass.
That is. That would be awesome. But you know what'd be even cooler? One of them Datsun trucks with the mirrors on the front fenders with a Grom in the back.
Oh yeah. I like the flatbed.
Nice.
It's more like it's like a tow truck.
Yeah. It looks cool. How much do you think we could buy one of those for here in the States? Because I know you can get them for like $4,000 all day long in Japan.
want to say maybe like $6,000.
I'd be okay with that.
That's about as much as I would pay for one.
I would personally be okay with that. That doesn't sound that bad. But how much could I like import a $4,000 right-hand drive Mitsubishi K truck into the US for? If like we drive down to Texas to go pick it up. But we'd have to like drive to Texas, pick it up, and drive back, and then
they're
go
like
through all the
$3,000.
headache and go through all the headache of registration. Wait,
They're like $3,000.
They're $3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, so when are we buying K trucks?
We have pictures. Hi-Jet. 4-wheel drive. Oh yes.
That would be awesome.
Put a K series in it. 150
K-swap.
horsepower.
That's all they have?
What?
Is that all them little K trucks have? Is that
No, put a K series with like 250 horsepower in it.
Yeah, that would be wild. I don't think you could control the thing.
It's so
cool. But then the decorative item of the Honda Grom is going to cost more than the damn truck pulling it.
Oh no, I'll drive the fucking truck.
Well, yeah, I'll drive the truck too, but the Grom will cost more than the truck it's sitting on. How many kilometers
does it have?
Oh, is it right-hand drive?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
52,000 kilometers.
So that's how many miles?
Low. Like 30,000 miles.
Oh, dope. That'd be nice. Yep. And how much they want for it?
5-speed manual, $2,850.
Dude, I'll buy that right now.
I'll sell the Civic and buy that shit right now.
I will sell both of my trucks as they are right now. One needs a transmission rebuilt. The other one has a mysterious noise that I can't figure out. Good luck.
It's a 1995 Daihatsu Hi-Jet truck.
Huh. Daihatsu's Nissan, ain't it?
No.
No?
I don't know what it is. I
thought that was Nissan. Yeah, I thought that was Nissan's brand.
That's Datsun.
Oh. You're right.
Datsun.
Yeah. Then is that Toyota or Mazda?
Daihatsu.
Oh, wait. I think that's GM.
No, it's just Daihatsu.
No, there's like very few independent car manufacturers anymore.
These are not sold in the States.
I know they're not.
It has a 660cc 3-cylinder engine.
Dang.
Dude, I have my own little Japan. I'll be driving my K truck on Schumacher. That's a straight up toge.
I'm looking to see.
All right, I think it's time to wrap this podcast up. We were supposed to be talking about EVs. Now we're talking about K trucks. So, yeah, if you guys want to watch the video, check out the YouTube. Check out our Facebook to see when we post. We post every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time.
Yep. If you'd like to follow Alex on Instagram, it's at 12_SIVIC. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at that_S10_guy14. Man, I need to fix that.
Yeah.
We'll fix it once I figure out which of these builds I have that I'm keeping.
SIVIC isn't gonna be there much longer.
Nope, it's not. We're gonna have to change it because Alex is getting something new. I think the two of us are actually gonna get K trucks now.
It's an idea.
It is a solid idea. So
We'll
if
see
you
what the
see
woman
us,
says about it.
so if you see us roll up to a car show at K trucks, y'all already know what happened. It was this podcast that we decided that. So I hope all y'all are having a snazzy day. Make sure to check out our next episode. It'll be the following week.
Bye, guys.